In today's video, we're going to be taking a look at what makes a smart home smart, and I'll be showing you around my apartment to show you some examples of how I think I've made my home a smart place to live. Hello everybody, it's Mick with another Smart Home Solutions video. If you're anything like me and you like your smart home gadgets, I think we're all guilty of going on Amazon and eBay and clicking on the next best thing. But when you get it home and you get it set up and you're using it on a day-to-day basis, you soon find it's really just a bit of a gimmick. So if you're trying to achieve a smart home setup, I think it's important that your home is running in a smart way. It sounds a bit of an obvious statement, but we very often have devices in our home that really don't need to be there and they're not making our life easier. So rather than waffle on, let's just have a look around the apartment and take a look at some of the devices I've got set up. Okay, so the first smart home device I'm going to show you are my lamps here in my side of my bed. I've got IKEA trad-free bulbs, one at this side and one at that side, and a matching lamp. And I basically have these on the trad-free dimmer remote control, which you can see there, and I can basically just turn the lights on like that. I can dim the brightness, I can increase the brightness, and you might not see it very well on camera, but you can change the temperature of the bulb. Oh yeah, you can change the temperature of the bulb there. It's just a white bulb, there's no colour on this one. And I just have that at the side of my bed, and when the kids have taken over the lounge watching the telly, I very often come in here just with my phone and I just put the lamps on just to chill out for a bit, and I can just dim the brightness to whatever I like, and that for me works really well. So if I'm just walking into the bedroom and I've got my hands full with washing or something like that, then I can just say, Alexa, switch on the bedroom lights, and the bedroom lights come on. Alexa, switch off the bedroom lights. So that is a smart way of using the trad-free lights. I've got control via this when I'm just sat in bed and I just want to control the lights. But if I wander into the bedroom and I need to switch the lights on, I can do it using the Amazon Echo. So that works perfect for me. I do have spotlights up in the ceiling, which I did have trad-free lights in, and I had them working on a motion sensor, which was just up in the corner of the room there. And when I used to walk in, the lights would come on, and then once I'd leave the bedroom, they were on a timer and they would switch off again, which was working quite well. And at night time, I just had one of the lights, which is just above on my ensuite door. During the night, that one light would come on very dim if I got up in the night. But I found I didn't really need it, to be honest. Having the lights coming on and going off was okay, but I didn't always need the lights on, because sometimes the light in here was enough and they were just coming on when I didn't really need them to be honest. So I've removed the trad-free lights from my ceiling in the bedroom, and they are now in the hallway. So as we leave the bedroom, you see the lights come on in the hallway. This is where I've now got my trad-free GU10s that are currently in my bedroom. So you can see that I've got a Philips Hue motion sensor. That's the door to my lounge. When I come out of the lounge or my bedroom, this motion sensor picks up movement and brings on the hallway lighting. So I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 GU10s. It's quite a long hallway this, so because of that reason, I've got another Philips Hue motion sensor there. So when I come in through my front door, that one triggers, and if I come out of the kitchen, it triggers. There's my Tado thermostat, and then I've got my lad's room, their bathroom, and you can see it's just dimmed to 50%. And I've got my daughter's room there. but I found this to be really useful. The three of us, myself, my daughter and my son, were coming and going through here all the time. You can see there it's just dimmed to 50%. If I come out of the kitchen carrying plates for our lunch or dinner, we go down there into the lounge where I've got my dining area, and the lights come on. Because there's no windows in this hallway, it does get quite dark down here, especially if the kids' doors are shut, which they usually are. It gets quite dark in here, so it's good to have the lights just coming on, and then you can see they've finally gone out because I'm not moving. As soon as I move, the lights come back on again. So yeah, like I say, if I'm coming out of my kitchen carrying plates or something, the lights come on and then they dim to 50% and then they go out. Now in the late evening, these lights are, I think I've got them set to 60%, so they don't come on as bright. And then after 11 o'clock at night, like I just said, this door here is to the kids' bathroom. So this bulb here, after 11 o'clock, is the only one that comes on. And it's on sort of a night light. It's very dim. It's about 5%, I think. So if they get up in the night to go to the toilet, then rather than the lights coming on full brightness, that one light comes on at 5% and they can just see where they're going. So that is working really smart, and I'm really pleased with that setup. And that's using trad-free bulbs with Philips Hue motion sensors. Okay, so if we take a look at the bathroom, this is the switch that operates the lights. You can see there I've got like a little plastic cover on. That's because I need the power to remain onto these lights. So I just bought these off eBay. They just stick over the top and it stops anybody switching the power off to the lights. There is a little slit down there and you have a little sort of tab that you can use to switch the lights off and on if you ever need to reset them. I do have to occasionally, but it's only, I don't know, once every 2 months, something like that. So if the kids come into their bathroom, you can see there I've got a motion sensor. That's a IKEA trad-free motion sensor, and you saw the lights come on. So again, I've just got trad-free bulbs, GU10s. I've just got 3 in here, 1 there, and the only problem I've got with these is the trad-free motion sensor doesn't allow you to set the brightness of the bulb. So it's great when they come on during the day, when the kids come in during the day, the lights come on, and when they leave, the lights, when they leave, the lights turn off because they just do not normally switch the lights off. They always leave them blazing on. So that's why I've installed this particular motion sensor. The only problem with that is in the night when they get up, my lad always complains that the lights in the bathroom are too bright and they wake him up. So what I will be doing in here is I will be at some point fitting a Philips Hue motion sensor, which will then allow me to set the brightness of the bulb like I've got in the hallway. So that's the bathroom lights. So that's another setup I've got that's making my particular apartment smart. The next room I have smart devices set up in is in my lounge. Alexa, switch on the lounge lights. And you can see there I've got a lamp in the corner, and I also have another lamp over here which you can't see, it's just out of shot, but that's just over my seating area, and that's just so easy. When I come in, I just walk into the lounge, Alexa, switch off the lounge lights, and I can operate the lights just using the Amazon Echo, and I find that very useful. And I also have another light behind my TV. I watch quite a bit of sport, depending on what I'm watching. Usually if it's football, then Alexa, light strip green. Then I'll set the back of the TV to green. It just makes the viewing experience that easier on your eyes. Alexa, light strip red. I also like to watch the darts as well, and red is always a good background when you're watching the darts. So I find that useful as well, and it also sets a nice little mood in the lounge in the evening. Alexa, light strip off. My lad always finds that amusing when I ask the light strip to strip off. So yeah, that's my lounge. Those are the only two lights that I have set as smart devices, but I find that works perfectly. I do have, how many have we got? 6 GU10s up in the ceiling, and I've also got lights all the way around the alcoves, all the way around here. You can just see here. They're the, I've forgotten what the GU16s is it? I can't remember. So I've got all them as well, but I very rarely use them. Just put these on if we're eating at the table. At some stage I will replace these GU10s depending on what I decide on, whether it be trad free or Philips Hue, which will be very expensive. Trad free will be okay though. And also down there I have the Philips Hue dimmer switch, which I can also use to operate the lamps in the lounge, and that's just by the door. So on the way out I can either ask the Amazon Echo to turn the lights off, or I can just switch them on using this. And that just fits on there nicely. What I also have in the lounge are these Den Automation double sockets, which if you've seen my recent videos you'll know that they've now ceased to exist. The server's been switched off for now. However, they do still operate. I had these set up on a timer. So this one's to this lamp, and that just stays on all the time. The one on the right actually powers my television and my speaker that I've got for my sound system. That gets powered off. There's a timer that sets it up, turns it off at 11 o'clock at night, or it might be half 11, and then it comes on again at about 8 o'clock in the morning. So it's just saving me power, and they actually still operate even though the server's been switched off. They do still function. Unfortunately, I had them set, like I say, to go off at 11 and come on at 8 in the morning. Now that the clocks have gone back, they're now offset by an hour. So, and I can't alter it because you can't get on the server to alter the settings. So now my TV switches off an hour earlier, which if you're watching something you really want to watch and you forget, then the telly just switches off and I have to walk over and switch these back on. So hopefully at some stage I am going to replace these. Right, I'm not going to show you much of this room because it is an absolute tip. This is my lad's gaming room, but down the back of there is another Den Automation socket, and that is again linked to my son's television and his Xbox, and that is set to go off at night and come back on about 8 o'clock in the morning, saving me more power. But very frustratingly for him, that switches off at 10 o'clock at night, probably when he's halfway through a game, and he's not too happy about that. But I just have to say to him, well, I'm sorry son, I can't alter it. You have to blame Den Automation for that. So again, that is another socket that I'll hopefully be replacing very soon, and we can get that functioning smartly again. Now again, if you've seen one of my previous videos, you'll know about this particular light switch. This is the Energini My Home 2-gang light switch, which I've been having a few issues with. Now this light switch is supposed to operate using the Amazon Echo, or you can just switch the lights off and on using the switch, and of course you can use the app. This is my kitchen. I wouldn't use it, I'm never going to use the app to switch these lights on. it's just pointless. That's not using it in a smart way. You're coming and going from the kitchen in and out, and you don't want to be faffing around with the app, so that wouldn't be a smart use of the product. What would be a smart use is if I asked the Amazon Echo to switch the lights on as I approach the kitchen, or if I'm carrying plates through to the dining room and I want to switch the lights off, then that will be a smart use of the product. But as I've been having issues, then that isn't functioning as I'd like. Another way would be to have motion sensors in the kitchen and bring the lights on that way, and that is going to be a route I'm going to be going down. Once I either get these working, or I strip that out and I use some other kind of format, probably with trad-free bulbs. I've got GU10s in the kitchen, I've got 4 of those, so I'll probably swap them out and have them operating on a motion sensor. My final smart light is this Searchlight here. That's got a Philips Hue bulb in it, and I can operate that using the HomeKit app. See there, light on, light off. I also have a couple of scenes here, Searchlight Cozy, so if I'm working on the PC, I can just put the light on like that, and obviously I can operate that using the Amazon Echo as well. So that's the final light I've got working in a smart way. So as you saw there, I've got different devices, mostly lights, throughout my apartment that are operating in a smart way, depending on what scenario I need in that particular room. I've got the appropriate trigger mechanism switching on and off those lights. Like in the hallway, I've got the motion sensors. In my bedroom, I've just got a switch at the side of the bed, a remote control, and the same in the lounge. I've just got a remote control near the door, but generally I would operate those lights using the Amazon Echo, because when I'm sat in the lounge watching telly, I want to be able to set the room ambiance to whatever scenario I need, and I can just do that via the Amazon Echo. So basically, you just want your smart devices operating in a smart way using the appropriate trigger device. I hope you enjoyed that. If you did, give us a thumbs up. If you've got any comments or feedback, then please leave that in the comments section below, and I'll be interested to hear what you've got set up in your home. So like I say, if you enjoyed that, give us a thumbs up. If you're new to the channel, don't forget to hit the subscribe button by hitting the icon here or the one down below, and don't forget to hit that bell icon so you don't miss out on my next video. Okay, thanks for watching, and we'll see you on the next one.